Hello YouTube, it's Jayden Brown here, back with another video, and today will be my first video I introduce myself as Jayden-The-Astrologer. In this first astrology-focused video, we'll delve into the subject of Capricorn, exploring its original association to science, genius, and technology. As a Capricorn sun born on December 28th, I'll be sharing about my astrological sign in this video, and more about my placements in future videos. So without further ado, let's dive in. Modern astrology often skims the surface, neglecting key principles found in traditional astrology. Today's discussion will highlight the influence of Capricorn's ruling planet, Saturn, particularly its ties to science, genius, and technology. In traditional astrology, Saturn's link to science, genius, and technology is evident through its association with Capricorn. This connection isn't surprising to seasoned astrologers, as Capricorn's link to these fields is well acknowledged. However, it's crucial to continually evaluate these ancient beliefs against astrological charts to ensure their relevance and prevent them from being buried in the annals of history, replaced by misconceptions. It is incorrect for popular culture to attribute the themes of science, genius, and technology solely to Aquarius, the 11th house, and Uranus. This narrow view overlooks other significant astrological influences. My aim is to guide you towards a more profound, objective understanding of astrology, moving beyond superficial interpretations. Although I could easily highlight my connections to Uranus, Neptune, and my Aquarius midhaven, MC, but it wouldn't fully represent the broader astrological truth. There are numerous misunderstandings surrounding Saturn and Capricorn nowadays. Many fail to recognize that these astrological elements are more than just simplistic labels. They have deep ancient roots. For example, they know that Saturn represents limitation, but they don't realize it is also about the removal of limitations, symbolic of the gravity-defying prowess of the mountain goat Capricorn is symbolized by. Let's look at ancient traditional astrology combined with modern astrology to get an understanding of Saturn that I have illustrated through Canva. Now keep in mind, astrology has its headlines. If Libra is balanced, it is also unbalanced at the same time. If Scorpio is secrecy, it is also the exposure of secrets. And we astrologers use these headlines when we make predictions. What's more, Capricorn does not have a single ruler. It is also ruled by Mars as its highest point ruler. Not to mention, today is January 17th, which is Capricorn season, and Mars is in Capricorn as well. In the grading of nobility, rulers have +5, while culminations have +4. Because of this, in Almutin calculations, the owner of a house may be its culmination rather than its ruler. Additionally, Capricorn's rulership extends beyond a single planet. Mars also plays a significant role as a culmination ruler. In astrology's hierarchy, rulers and culminations have different degrees of influence, which is crucial in determining the primary influence in a house's Almutin calculations. Understanding these foundational aspects is vital for anyone serious about learning astrology. And of course, the value of experience in astrology is self-evident. So let's move forward with some practical examples. Now let's start with the Higgs boson by delving into a significant moment in scientific discovery. On July 4, 2012, CERN announced the possible discovery of a particle that appeared to be the Higgs boson. This announcement was later confirmed by research data. At this pivotal time, the moon, acting as a dispositor of the chart's lord, was positioned in Capricorn in its astrological chart. Fast forward to March 14, 2013, 8 months later, and the particle was officially confirmed as the Higgs boson. Now, if we were to interpret Uranus as a symbol of science and technology, the T-square it formed with the Sun and Pluto might have led to an incorrect interpretation. Now let's turn our attention to the Saturn V, a monumental rocket invention by the USA literally named after Capricorn's ruling planet. This expendable rocket was designed to transport astronauts into space and played a crucial role in NASA's Apollo and Skylab programs from 1967 to 1973. During its operational years, NASA successfully launched the Saturn V a total of 13 times from Kennedy Space Station with an impeccable record of never losing losing any crew or cargo. This rocket holds records for being the tallest, heaviest, and most powerful rocket ever utilized. Remarkably, it remains the sole launch vehicle to have transported humans beyond Earth's orbit. The astrological context of its inaugural launch is fascinating. Saturn V made its first journey into space on November 9th, 1967, when Scorpio was ascending and Mars, the ruler of Scorpio, was in mutual reception with Saturn. Interestingly, both Saturn and Mars are acknowledged as the rulers of Capricorn, adding an extra layer of astrological significance to the historic event. Now let's talk about the relation of Saturn and astronautical science. In our exploration of science and its astrological connections, let's consider the realm of space, which naturally relates to Uranus. I conducted an analysis of 78 astronauts using data from the Astro Data Bank on astro.com. Intriguingly, I associated space with the zodiac sign Pisces, which symbolizes notions of the void, the unknown, the unattainable, and emptiness. Not to mention, Capricorn derived from Pisces and gives Capricorn its signature fishtail, which enables Capricorn with the same level of imagination as Pisces. This association seems apt, as 16 out of the 78 astronauts turned out to be Pisces, a statistically significant number compared to the expected 6 or 7. This suggests that Pisceans are disproportionately more likely to become astronauts. Contrastingly, only 6 astronauts were Aquarians and merely 1 was a Sagittarian. Shifting focus to the Saturn aspect, it's important to recognize the extensive understanding of science and technology required by astronauts, potentially more so than any terrestrial scientist. These individuals are often celebrated as national heroes, embodying fame and reputation. Just as the Sun-Mars aspect appears 3.2 times more frequently than expected in Formula One champions and the charts of astronauts, we frequently observe a link between a celestial body representing space and technology and the sun. As a classical astrologer, this pattern is evident to me. In 48 of the 78 astronaut charts, there is a Sun-Saturn aspect. Interestingly, the charts of these astronauts do not prominently feature Aquarius or Uranus parameters. While classical astrologers like myself don't typically associate Uranus with technology and science, we do link collective celestial bodies with themes such as global diminishment, fame, and collective participation. This rationale explains the Sun-Uranus triangle in the chart of the first astronaut to step on the moon, visible from Earth's surface. However, this does not suggest a strong overarching link between science, technology, and these astrological aspects. Now let's turn our attention to Judaism. It's intriguing to note that Saturn governs this ancient religion. Not to mention, I have descended from Jewish heritage as well. Historically, Jewish people have demonstrated remarkable strength in science and technology. This is evident when we consider the innovations emerging from Silicon Valley, where I'm from, in major technological corporations, where Jewish contributions have been significant. The Jewish community has made substantial impacts across various fields, including scientific disciplines, arts, politics, and business. Their representation among Nobel Prize laureates is notably disproportionate to their population size. Think of Jewish luminaries like Albert Einstein, John von Neumann, Isaac Asimov, Carl Sagan, and William Herschel, who was notably an astrologer who discovered Uranus and authored a book for astrologers, and many other intellectual giants. Despite their achievements, Jewish people have often faced undue hostility, becoming targets of conspiracy theories and facing severe atrocities like genocide. This negative perception aligns with the challenges often associated with Saturn. Contemporary views of Saturn can be seen as unfairly biased against Jews, focusing on negative aspects while overlooking the positive. The influence of Saturn extends into the business world as well. Consider the German retail chain Saturn, known for selling electronic and technological devices for years. This aligns with the Capricorn stellium in the 6th house of the German astrological chart, which I also have, underscoring their technological expertise. Similarly, General Motors' Saturn brand in the U.S. market introduced a novel technological perspective. For 24 years, it successfully sold hundreds of thousands of cars annually, innovating with 4 chassis and 3 engines for a single model. When constructing its factory, the company moved millions of tons of earth to build it underground, preserving the natural landscape. This approach was authentic to its operations in the US, Canada, and Hong Kong, prioritizing customer satisfaction and minimal advertising. The astrological aspect of Saturn is mirrored here, with the Sun in Capricorn forming a sextile with Saturn. This analysis suggests a deep and intricate connection between Saturn, Judaism, and their influences in various domains, inviting us to consider even more profound astrological interpretations. Now let's talk about geniuses. The common astrological association of genius with Aquarius and Uranus seems to be based on a limited examination of charts. In my extensive analysis of the charts of renowned geniuses and eminent scientists, I've observed a more frequent presence of Saturn in the cardinal houses rather than Uranus. Matter of fact, my Saturn is in my first house conjunct my ascendant, alongside me being a Sun and Mercury sign Capricorn. Heh. No wonder I'm a super genius. Uranus tends to appear in locations that is not typically associated with genius. While Uranus may symbolize recognition, fame, or even eccentricity, its role in denoting genius seems limited. When examining the charts of illustrious individuals like Isaac Asimov, Tycho Brahe, Nicholas Copernicus, Marie Curie, Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Michelangelo, Carl Sagan, Leonardo da Vinci, and Sherlock Holmes, Saturn's position in the angular houses is a common factor. Mars, too, is linked with genius, often found in the Arabic points concerning intellect and creativity. It's crucial to note that not every instance of Saturn in an angular house signifies genius. This relationship isn't that straightforward. It's similar to the connection between smoking and cancer. While smoking may lead to cancer, not all smokers develop it. Similarly, while Saturn in an angular house might indicate genius in some individuals, in others, it can manifest as an obsession with titles or the ability to shoulder significant responsibilities. Therefore, Saturn's placement needs careful interpretation. Hakan is set to publish a research article on this topic, and I recommend referring to his findings or a more detailed understanding. He will provide an insightful exploration of Saturn in angular houses, which you can read more about on astroturkey.com, which I will leave in the comments below. Based on my astrological research, the Capricorn zodiac sign stands out as having the most prominent scientists of all time, encompassing 3 of the greatest minds in scientific history. Starting with number 3, we have the theoretical physicist and cosmologist Stephen Hawking, born on January 8, 1942. Hawking made groundbreaking discoveries about Hawking radiation from black holes and pursued a theory of cosmology despite battling ALS disease, surpassing his life expectancy by over 50 years. He left behind monumental works in physics, including the New York Times bestseller, A Brief History of Time. Second is the Jewish and Hungarian-American polymath John von Neumann, born on December 28th, which is my birthday as well. Von Neumann is revered as one of the smartest men to have ever lived, given his pioneering contributions across multiple fields such as mathematics, physics, computer science, and economics. His phenomenal mental arithmetic skills and exceptional memory enabled him to solve complex mathematical problems and contribute significantly to the development of quantum mechanics, game theory, and the foundations of modern computer systems. This combination of rapid computational skills and an encyclopedic memory made him a formidable thinker and one of the most brilliant minds of the 20th century. Finally, number 1, we have the unparalleled Sir Isaac Newton, born on December 25th, 1642. Newton's monumental contributions include his laws of motion and universal gravitation, which form the basis of classical mechanics. His work in optics and mathematics, especially his development of calculus and the Principia Mathematica, set new standards in scientific inquiry and methodology, solidifying his position as the greatest scientist of all time. The combination of these 3 exceptional Capricorn individuals, Stephen Hawking, John von Neumann, and Sir Isaac Newton, is unmatched by any other zodiac sign. Their collective achievements and contributions to various scientific disciplines showcase the unique strengths and intellectual prowess attributed to Capricorns, affirming this sign's significant presence in the realm of scientific genius. For our last topic, let's talk about Capricorn's connection to science fiction. Many regard Battlestar Galactica, Doctor Who, and Star Wars as pinnacle works of science fiction, with Isaac Asimov of Jewish descent hailed as the genre's supreme figure. Asimov, a Capricorn sun, had his sun in a precise triangular alignment with Saturn, associated with Capricorn and squared with Mars. The recent version of Battlestar Galactica features the Sun squared with Saturn and the Capricorn sign's culmination in conjunction with Mars. This series incorporates astrological themes such as the 12 human colonies and the Cylons, linked astrologically with Caprica, representing Capricorn. The spin-off series, Caprica, also derives its name from the zodiac sign. In Star Wars, the Sun is in conjunction with Jupiter, and Leo sextiles with Saturn. The original airing of Doctor Who featured Aquarius Saturn prominently, reflecting the show's unconventional elements like time travel in a police box. Despite its eccentricities, Doctor Who, known for its time Saturn Lord, the Doctor has enjoyed wide appeal. I analyzed the astrological charts of all 12 actors who played Doctor Who, noting the prominence of Capricorn's rulers, Mars and Saturn. Our distinct entertainment preferences are influenced by our moons squared with Leo and Neptune, and Uranus triangulated with a Pisces sun. The astrological placements of the actors were diverse. William Hartnell, Mars and Saturn conjunction in Pisces with the Sun sextile to this conjunction in Capricorn. Patrick Troughton, Mars and Saturn sextile, Sun in Aries, unrelated to the Mars-Saturn aspect. John Pertwee, Mars and Saturn sextile, Sun in conjunction with Mars with a high orb. Tom Baker, Sun, Mars, Saturn, stellium in Aquarius. Peter Davison, Sun in conjunction with Mars, unrelated to Saturn. Colin Baker, Sun and Saturn conjunction, sextile with Mars. Sylvester McCoy, Sun sextile with Saturn and squared with Mars. Paul McGann, Sun and Mars conjunction in Scorpio with a high orb sextile with Saturn. Christopher Eccleston, Sun, Saturn, Mars conjunction in Aquarius. David Tennant, Mars and Saturn triangle, Sun squared with Mars in Capricorn. Matt Smith, Mars and Saturn sextile, Sun in conjunction with Saturn. Peter Capaldi, Saturn and Mars sextile, Sun triangulated with Saturn and sextiled with Mars. Additionally, The Matrix, another highly acclaimed science fiction film, also merits a mention for its distinctive astrological contrast to Mars and Saturn, and its Aries sun. These astrological patterns in the charts of prominent figures in science fiction underscore the deep interplay between astrology and the genre's thematic elements and characters. Now let's talk about characters that are considered to be Capricorns based on popular opinion, starting with Jimmy Neutron. According to CBR.com, it says, Capricorn, Jimmy Neutron's drive to succeed pairs well with his monumental intellect. As a Capricorn, Jimmy Neutron is nothing if not committed to science, engineering, and most of all, Cindy Vortex. He is a genuine person without a single bad bone in his body, but there are times when his ego takes over his entire character. Jimmy's drive to succeed is unparalleled, which when combined with his 200 plus IQ makes him a force to be reckoned with. On the other hand, he puts so much stock in his intelligence that his behavior can be misconstrued as antisocial. This is a perfect correlation between Jimmy Neutron's personality, intellect, and looks with the Capricorn zodiac sign due to his traditional Capricorn traits he shows in the show, such as his ambition, drive, organization, leadership, skepticism, coldness, inexpressiveness, sarcasm, and perceived arrogance. His facial features even resemble a goat, combined with his will-high forehead and his gravity-defying hairstyle, representing Capricorn the goat's gravity-defying feats in achieving success. Another character that is considered to be a Capricorn is Professor Farnsworth from Futurama, according to ScreenRant.com. It says, Capricorn Professor Farnsworth. Professor Farnsworth is the high-achieving, ever-ambitious head of the Planet Express crew. He provides Futurama with many of its best-running gags, and his knowledge knows no bounds, except when it comes to people and relationships. The Capricorn is another dominating force in the zodiac. Their minds and their wills are unstoppable. Their motto is anything is possible. The professor can be found working on wacky, unimaginable inventions and succeeding against the predictions of others. However, if things don't go their way, the consequences can be disastrous. It is also said that Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory is a Capricorn as well, specifically a January Capricorn based on the first episode. In conclusion, we have covered the traditional association of Capricorn with science, genius, and technology through seeking various realms from significant scientific discoveries like the Higgs boson and the Saturn V rocket to the analytical charts of astronauts and the contributions of Jewish scientists that are also Capricorns. We have seen how Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, is traditionally associated with these fields. The presence of Capricorn is not just a coincidence, but a reflection of its intrinsic qualities. Saturn, the ruling planet of Capricorn, symbolizes ambition, structure, discipline, obligations, responsibility, perseverance, time, mastery, long-term knowledge, obstacles, life lessons, strength, stability, authority, rules, law, control, conventionality, career, status, restrictions, limitations, science, genius, technology, innovation, invention, business, entrepreneurship, teeth, knees, bones, skin, hair, karma, and death, which are essential traits in the scientific and technological pursuits. This is further evidenced by the notable Capricorn individuals we discussed, such as Stephen Hawking, John von Neumann, and Sir Isaac Newton, whose achievements in science are unparalleled. Even in the realm of science fiction, with works like Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, and Doctor Who, and characters like Jimmy Neutron and Professor Farnsworth, we see the Capricorn influence manifesting in themes of innovation, intellectual depth, and exploration. The astrological insights from this video reveal that Capricorn is traditionally associated with science, genius, and technology, and Capricorn is more traditionally relevant to these fields than the Uranus-ruled Aquarius. This is a testament to the Capricorn zodiac signs' enduring influence and relevance in these fields. As we continue to investigate astrology, we will be able to keep revealing the hidden truths of astrology and how it stands against the tests of time. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has provided a new perspective on the powerful and multifaceted influence of Capricorn in science and beyond. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts in the comments. That's it, guys. Talk to you later. Keep researching astrology. This was Jayden Brown, and Jayden the Astrologer is out.